Have you ever worried about running out of toothpaste, getting stuck in traffic, or missing a deadline all at once? You're not alone. In fact, for some people, these everyday concerns morph into a never ending background buzz of anxiety that's hard to switch off. That's what we call generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD for short. In generalized anxiety disorder, it's not just one specific worry, like a fear of flying or speaking on stage. It's a persistent, excessive worry about all sorts of things: money, health, family, deadlines, sometimes even the weather forecast. This constant state of unease can make it tough to focus, rob you of your sleep, and drain your energy before you've even started your day. Now, if your mind is juggling a million what ifs, and did I send that email, to what if my cat secretly hates me, you're in the right place. We're here to break down exactly what anxiety is.
Have you ever been wide awake at 3 in the morning, heart racing like you're training for a marathon because you suddenly remembered you forgot to water your plant 3 weeks ago? Or maybe you're replaying that awkward conversation from last Tuesday on an endless loop in your mind. If either scenarios sound familiar, congratulations, you've met anxiety. Anxiety is that overly cautious friend who always double checks if the door is locked, except they do it 73 times and ask you about it repeatedly. It's our body's built-in alarm system, originally designed to protect us from saber-toothed tigers and other life-threatening dangers. But in our modern world, where the scariest thing might be missing a crucial email or forgetting a friend's birthday, this ancient alarm can go off at, shall we say, inconvenient times. Imagine your ancestors hunting in the wild. Every rustle in the bushes could be a predator. This fight or flight response would activate, sending a surge of adrenaline through the body, sharpening their senses and boosting their survival chances. That very system still lives in us today. Except our modern predators often look like deadlines, job interviews, or that phone call we've been avoiding. Anxiety is still trying to do its job. Before you blame your nerves for everything, remember, anxiety itself isn't the villain. It's a natural response that helps us stay alert, motivated, and cautious in real danger. The problem arises when it starts to interpret our daily lives, affecting our relationships, our sleep, or even our ability to leave the house without triple checking every appliance. A few years ago, I had a good friend who would RSVP maybe to every single event, from birthday parties to coffee meetups, because she said she was waiting to see if she felt anxious that day. Well, guess what? She felt anxious every single time and ended up missing out on a lot. One day we decided to tackle it together. We attended a small gathering, and to her surprise, she survived without turning into a puddle of panic. That's when she realized anxiety doesn't have to dictate her plans or her choices or even her confidence. So, what exactly is happening in your body when you feel anxious? It usually starts with a thought. Maybe you worry something bad might happen. Your brain reacts by releasing stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. You might notice your heart beating faster, your breathing getting shallow, and your muscles tightening up. You break out into a sweat, and your body starts preparing you to either fight, run, or freeze. It's a useful response if you're being chased by a bear, but not so great if you're just trying to order coffee. Anxiety can manifest in various ways. Some common signs include excess worrying, constantly expecting the worst outcome, even when there's little evidence that anything's wrong. Physical symptoms: racing heart, sweating, headaches, stomach issues, basically the body's alarm bells. Restlessness or irritability, finding it hard to sit still or relax, snapping at people for minor reasons. Difficulty concentrating. Your mind gets stuck on replay, making it tough to focus on what's right in front of you. Sleep disturbances, tossing and turning at night while your brain replays every possible catastrophe. If any of this hits a little too close to home, don't panic. You are far from alone. In fact, about 1 in 5 adults have an anxiety disorder at some point. The rest might still get anxious occasionally, like that sweaty palms moment before a big presentation or seeing your ex unexpectedly at the supermarket. Nobody's immune.
Here are a few ways: mindful breathing,
Take slow, deep breaths. Inhale for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat. This helps calm the system and takes you out of the alarm mode.
grounding techniques,
Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. It's an easy way to bring you back to the present moment.
regular exercise,
Even a 20-minute walk can work wonders for reducing stress hormones. If you're feeling particularly adventurous, try dancing around your living room like no one's watching. It counts.
cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT,
Think of CBT as a mental workout routine. It's all about spotting those sneaky negative thoughts, like I'll probably fail this test, and transforming them into more balanced, realistic ones. Like I can study, do my best, and learn from experience. The better you get at recognizing unhelpful thoughts, the easier it becomes to coach yourself towards healthier mental habits.
and professional help.
If anxiety is seriously messing with your day-to-day life, you might consider talking to a mental health professional. Therapy, medications, or both can make a huge difference. Anxiety doesn't have to be a big bad wolf. Yes, it can be overwhelming and inconvenient, like a car alarm that goes off when someone simply walks by. But ultimately, it's a part of our survival system, trying a bit too hard to keep us safe. By learning more about how anxiety works and adopting tools to manage it, we can transform that alarm from a relentless klaxon into a gentle reminder to stay aware, stay prepared, and stay balanced. Next time you're up at 3 a.m. worrying about that unwatered plant or last week's misstep, take a deep breath, give yourself a break, and remember, you're human. We all get anxious. The real superpower is knowing how to respond. So why not make anxiety a helpful ally rather than a relentless foe? Thanks for watching, and here's to mastering that alarm system in all the best ways.